A few months ago, I drove 16 hours one way, no stops, from Louisiana all the way to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to train with a awesome martial art master by the name of Mr. G. Anthony. He is the head instructor of the TCF system. And it's not the first time I've done something like this. I used to regularly drive from Louisiana to Georgia to train at the Sifu Francis Fong Martial Art Academy and get private lessons with Sifu Francis Fong. And I've met with many martial art masters, in my opinion, that are great. You know, be it Mr. G. Anthony, awesome. Shout out to him. TCF is awesome. Shout out to Sifu Francis Fong. You know, Francis Fong Martial Art Academy. If you don't know who he is Kevin Lee's teacher. So if you go on YouTube, you see Kevin Lee, you type it up, he's going to pop up. He's a very big martial artist in the YouTube space. Well, his teacher is Sifu Francis Fong. That's actually how I heard about him, and then I started to go, and he's my teacher as well. So he teaches Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, and we're really more specifically Wing Chun, but he's also like Jeet Kune Do certified under Dan Asano. And I've also trained with Dan Asano. So I want to make this video. If you were trying to do martial arts and you're interested in learning a specific system or trying to get really good at martial arts, like trying to get really good, you know, or trying to learn the very specifics, I seriously suggest that you need to go and train under the best martial artists possible. Don't settle. Like I see so many guys. I understand that you might not have a place that has cool martial arts. You might not be in an area that has the style you want to train or that has the teachers you want to learn under. I understand that. I'm in the same boat. I'm from Louisiana, North Louisiana, and there aren't any good martial arts schools. You know, it's just a classic boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling. You know, I've done those and they're good, but I wanted to learn like real, authentic, special, extraordinary stuff. And Louisiana doesn't have that. You know, stuff like real, you know, like TCF. That's one that's just incredible. Or like real Jeet Kune Do from Bruce Lee students. You know, stuff like non-classical Kung Fu, Wing Chun, like stuff that's like rare. But if you find the right teacher, it's extraordinary. And that's what I want to make this video for. That when you train under masters, like genuinely some of the best people right now that are doing it right now on the planet, it's life-changing. I mean, I learned, this is the biggest thing. People don't understand. People think, oh, I'll just learn Wing Chun at the shop right next to me, 30 minutes away, and that's good enough. No, it's not good enough. When I drove, yet again, a few months ago, I drove 16 hours from Louisiana to Fort Lauderdale to train under Mr. G, to go and then pay him to teach me privately one-on-one. And I had to pay to have a spot and have a hotel there. I had to pay. So I paid for the gas, I paid for the hotel, I paid for the teaching. And with all that being said, it was worth it. It was that good. Like, it's eye-opening, mind-blowing stuff that I learned with Mr. G, and that I've learned from every master, awesome master that I've learned from that, in my opinion, are the best to do it. Like, that's why I search for that. I literally go and try to find the best of the best, and I go train under them. Like, that's my thing, because I realize that there's a difference between quantity and quality. Like, this is when I first trained with Sifu Francis Fong, my first ever private lesson with him. So what I would normally do, I'm a firefighter and I'm at work. So if you hear the tones go off, I'm gonna have to go. But as a firefighter, you pretty much work a week and then you're off a week. At least that's my schedule, is that I work a week, I'm off a week. Well, the week that I'm off, I would drive to Georgia, which is, it's about a 10, 11 hour drive straight one way. I would do that. I would go to Georgia and I would stay there for a week to be at the Francis Fong Academy. Awesome academy. Like, if you're anywhere near Georgia area, Georgia, Atlanta, Johns Creek, that is an awesome school. Like, I'll just say off rip, like, if you want to learn martial arts, specifically like Jeet Kune Do, Jun Fan Kung Fu, Wing Chun, Kali, Silat, Muay Thai, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's the school you need to go to. It's an awesome school. I will say like so many good things about that school. It's an awesome school. Well, I would go there for the week, and I'd stay the week, and they'd have like a week pass where if you paid like, and it was great, it was so affordable. If you paid like $80, you could take unlimited classes that entire week. And it's an academy, so they have multiple styles. Like I said, Jump Fu Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, Kali, Silat, and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, combat submission. Like they have a lot. They have a lot. So I would go there and I'd stay the week, and I would just do all the classes. It's awesome. And then of course on top of that, I would pay for private lessons with Sifu Francis Fong, and shout out to him. Awesome. He's awesome. He was the first teacher that the first like really good teacher that I've trained under, learned from, and that for me, he is arguably the greatest Wing Chun person alive right now. And I will defend that. I'll defend it. I don't care. But to come back to the story, the first time I ever trained with him, I saw Kevin Lee's videos, and if you don't know who Kevin Lee is, I don't know how. If you do martial arts, I don't know how. Kevin Lee is a very big name in the martial arts space on YouTube, just like Jesse Inkamp, right? But Kevin Lee had a couple videos where he was doing chi sound stuff with his teacher, Sifu Francis Fong. And I knew Kevin Lee was from the Francis Fong Martial Art Academy. And when I saw the video with him and his teacher, Francis Fong, you know, who I never trained before, I never really saw anything beforehand. They were doing chi sao, and I saw, oh my gosh, this dude is extraordinary. Like, I can't even really explain like so much stuff he was doing. I mean, just extraordinary. That's all I can kind of explain. So well versed, but so good, so technical, so sharp, beautiful. Like I said, he is one of the best in the world. Like definitely the best Wing Chun guy in my opinion in the world. I mean, he's Ip Man student, Ip Man lineage. You know, he learned Wing Chun in the '60s in Hong Kong. None of this Wing Chun crap you see now. He learned it in Hong Kong when they were actually fighting in street fights and Bamo matches. That's where he learned it from. His whole story they told me is that the reason why I even got into Wing Chun is he was doing Taekwondo in Hong Kong, and because really, Kung Fu at that time wasn't that popular in Hong Kong, and so he was doing Taekwondo. And he said he had a friend, a good buddy, that he would hang out with and stuff, and they're probably at middle school, high school level. And he said his friend ended up getting in a fight with somebody, and his friend like smaller, skinny or whatever, and Sifu Fong would say that his friend just annihilated the dude in 2 seconds, just like fast, quick. The fight was over in 2 seconds, over with. And then Francis Fong was like, so what was that? Like, what style was that? He said, I do Wing Chun. I do Wing Chun over here. And then Ip Man lineage, bam, and he trained in Wing Chun ever since. And so he learned it legit over there. And not only is the best Wing Chun guy out there, but he's well versed in other styles as well. In the JKD, Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu, like he's dangerous. Like he's trained. We got pictures of this. At his academy, he has pictures with Navy SEALs that he's trained. Like he's trained many military, CIA, Navy SEAls. He's legit, like as legit as they come. Like I'll say a lot of good things about him. Like very well versed, stand up on the ground, trapping. Like he's well versed in all of it. Very, very, just top notch. And I say all this because that's how your teacher should be. Like that's how you should talk about your teacher. I am grateful, very thankful and grateful to train under him and the other people I've trained under, which I'll say in a second. Just life-changing. Like, did not know you could get that good. That was the biggest thing. Like, for me, it broke limiting beliefs. Because you do martial arts so long, I didn't know you could get that good. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I've seen a lot of different stuff he's done, and I'm not going to say certain things I've seen him do, but incredible feats I've never seen. Just awesome guy. So I don't even know where I was going with that. I was going with the idea of that when I trained, when I went over there the first time, that's what it was. So I had previously done Wing Chun before training under him for like this short, and you know, some place here in Louisiana, not that good. So I thought I knew Seelam Tao. I thought I knew the first film. I thought I knew Chi Sao. I thought I knew that stuff, right? I go to him, blew my mind. Our first private lesson was probably for like 3 hours. It was for 3 hours straight. And it was just 3 hours of he was just giving, I love him so much because he was surprised and he was, honored that I drove 16 hours to train with him. And I told him that whole story, whatnot, and that I'm serious about this. And he was very honored, and he gave me a shout out in the class and said, hey, this guy came all the way to train with us, and he's awesome. So he knew I really wanted to learn this. And those 3 hours, he didn't BS me. He didn't charge me overpriced. He gave me all the secrets within those 3 hours. He did not hold back. He did not say, oh, you got to learn this system before you. No. He answered any question I had, and he showed me all the advanced stuff because he knew I drove 16 hours. And that's the beauty of that. He didn't waste my time. He saw, okay, this guy's serious. I'm going to give him the real stuff. Those 3 hours, I kid you not, those 3 hours that I was there, that I trained with him, was 3 hours straight. He showed me how to, he rereaded the first form because I thought I knew, I didn't know. He showed me the first form, Seelam Tao, and he broke down every single move and how he not only showed me how to do it properly, but he showed why you're doing the certain moves like that, the body mechanics, the techniques, incredible, mind-blowing, like insane. I never knew that. And I knew I thought I knew how to do it. But when I trained with him, he blew me away. Like every certain move had a reason, had a detail, and was effective, and he could use it, and it's beautiful. Like use it to generate power, use it for rooting, use it for whatever. Incredible. And then we did some chi style as well, mind-blowing. But those 3 hours that I was there under him learning, I think about it a lot because those 3 hours that I trained with him, he gave me years of martial art wisdom in those 3 hours. I'm not kidding. Like I sat back after that day, and when I went to the hotel afterwards, and I'm just thinking about, my mind's blown, and he let me video it too so I could watch it back, and I was just like, my mind's blown. I thought, like, I train pretty hard. I train every other day, like intense martial artists. Like at least back then, I would like really train like that. Like I really train and push myself because I wanted to be one of the greats, and I still do. And so I trained a lot. I sparred a lot. I did everything I could to get better at martial arts. But after that session, when I went back to the hotel room, I sat there and I thought, if I had never trained with Francis Fong that first time, it would have took me 10 years of hard work to figure out some of that stuff by myself, to figure out that stuff with a mediocre coach that didn't really know his stuff. I mean, it would have took me 10 years to learn that stuff, and he gave it to me in 3 hours. I was like, oh my God. That's when I realized the importance of training with a great teacher. It saves you time. That the teacher, he did it the hard way. Either he learned it from someone that did it the hard way, or he himself did it the hard way. It took decades to get this knowledge. And that a great teacher is going to give you that knowledge and save you decades, save you years of training, to where now you start so far ahead, you can continue up. I was like, it would have took me 10 hard years to learn some of that stuff by myself or with a mediocre teacher. And he just gave it to me in 3 hours. And it made so much sense. It was so mind-blowing. Certain things about technique, speed, power, sensitivity, economy of motion, and body mechanics. It's like, wow. So then that got me hooked. That's when I realized, oh, wow, like you really do want to train under the best of the best. Like it literally is worth it. Mr. G. I could say a lot of good things about Mr. G. TCF, shout out TCF. He's probably not watching this that far, but he's an awesome teacher as well. And he's who I did a few months ago. TCF, I heard about it. I'd not really seen anything of it until I saw Sifu Dwight's posts and videos about it, and it looked interesting. It looked good. Like when I saw the videos, Mr. G was moving, and Mr. G is like in his 60s, and I saw him moving fast, sharp, powerful, precise, and I was like, man, I kind of want to learn that. It looks pretty interesting. Then I heard him talk about certain stuff about the martial arts, about body mechanics, about so many interesting things. And that's when I got me like, okay, I got to go with this guy. Like, just to hear him talk about martial arts, the combatic arts, and how real technique should be like, what your objective should be, like just so many things he was talking about is mind blowing. And funny enough, thanks to some of you guys follow my channel, I got to like DM him a little bit, and we kind of talked on Instagram. And that's when I really was like, okay, I gotta go with this guy. He gets it. Like, I think I can just tell he gets it. Like he knows what he's talking about. He's done it. He's used it in real life, but he just gets it. And so I knew, okay, I gotta go. I drove 16 hours, and it was worth it. I stayed there the week, at Fort Lauderdale, and I had a couple. So it was for a seminar. Let me say that it was for a TCF seminar. Mr. G was hosting down there with Sifu Dwight. Dwight kind of set it up and whatnot, and then Mr. G like came in and taught TCF. But that whole week he was in seminar, I think, for 2 or 3 days. But the rest of them I was there. Thankfully, I was able to hang out with Mr. G and private lessons and ask him questions, and like he helped me a ton. Like, I just hung out with him. Like, that's the thing. Like, this dude, master martial arts, doing it since he was like 10 or 11. Been doing it since decades, and master of his craft, breaking coconuts while standing up, holding the coconut like this, bam, snap it in half. Like, you can't. That's stuff he was doing. That's stuff he is doing at age 60. And he's only like 140. He's light. He's not a big, strong dude. Yet he would get coconuts, real actual coconuts, hold it in his hand like this, and then bam, punch it, and it'd snap, break it. Okay, you can't tell me you've not seen that been done before. So I got to just hang out with the dude, and hang out with, not the dude, but you know what I mean. We just hung out, and I got to hang out with all the other TCF students, and they're incredible dudes, incredible people, they're so darn good at what they do. Fighting, they can fight, and they're fighters, and they know what they're talking about, and they're fast, and they're sharp, and they're aggressive, and they're just good. But they're also just good people. And that was the thing that blew me away. Like, these are just genuinely nice, kind people. Like, the kindest people I've ever met. Like, guys that could really actually actually kill you, but kind of take the shirt off their back and give it to you. Like, crazy. Like, I don't know. And I got to hear so many different stories and so many different things. We talked about martial arts for hours. And he kind of talked about how TCF was crafted and made and stuff. And pretty much, if you don't understand, I made a video on this channel where I interviewed Mr. G. So look up like Joelpollardjkd TCF interview. It'll pop up. So when I was there, I made an interview with him, a podcast to kind of like put out some stuff so guys can see what TCF is a little bit. Awesome art, incredible stuff. But I pretty much, TCF was, if you need to know anything about Jeet Kune Do, or like Bruce Lee is like well known for, he was like the first guy to really mix styles in the 60s and to take different aspects of different styles and then combine it into one like system or fighting philosophy. And he was like regarded as the only guy to do this at the time, and that nobody else did this. And that's true, but the TCF people on the other side of the globe were doing the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but they were doing the same thing as taking from other systems. And now the TCF history is very interesting, very cool. I don't want to disclose too much, but pretty much it came from different fighters, different, like these guys actually fought in the ring though, like different actual fighters and different martial artists, and they can kind of talked and shared knowledge to create this system that's incredible. That's just incredible system. But that's when I talk about that history, like this was like the first, I didn't know anyone else was on a similar path as Bruce is in, blending systems and taking from other stuff and having having a complete system. But TCF, same time period, on the 60s, they developed a complete whole system. That's striking, grappling, like very impressive stuff, like stuff you've never seen before. And that was one thing. I've done any martial art you can think of. I probably either studied it or done it. Right? It's just true. I've done a lot of martial arts. It's not to brag, it's just the truth. I want to be really good. And the stuff I saw these TCF guys doing, I had never seen in any other system ever. Like, and I'm talking about, like, if you name any, like, I've studied so many, I could go on about the systems I've done or studied. To give you an idea, the systems that I've physically done are Wing Chun, Wushu, boxing, Jun Fan Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do, Krav Maga, Taekwondo, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Those are the ones I've physically had classes in and actually done. But the other ones I just studied with friends and stuff, like wrestling. I've done steel out as well. I've done a lot of different arts, like, and studied the other ones, like the rest of them, studied a lot of stuff, and stuff that they were doing I'd never seen ever. And that surprised me because, like, pretty much if I see a martial art technique online, I pretty much know where it came from, what style it is, or what it is. But the stuff these guys were doing, TCF, it blew my mind because I've never seen anything like that before. But it was effective. It works. It's so just deadly and just legit. And so that was another one where I was like, I'm grateful I went. And I mean, and me and Mr. G talk to this day, even though I'm in Louisiana still and he's out in California. We're going to see him again, obviously, but like we chat every day and I ask him stuff. He shows me stuff. We do online video calls and he helps me, like, super awesome. Like, I'll say he's definitely my favorite teacher, like, by far. He's a guy, like, Sifu Francis Fong and everyone else trained under is awesome. Like, I'm not taking from them at all. But Mr. G, he is that too, but he is the type that really, really cares. And that's one thing I made a video on a few weeks ago on, like, I made a video pretty much on the idea that your martial art teacher should, like, care. It's kind of one of the points. And, like, I got it from him. Like, he really cares. Like, he wants you to get it, to do it right, to be the best version of yourself. And like I said, he texts me every day. I mean, and super helpful. So, like, that was another one. He's a great martial artist, head instructor TCF, and in my opinion, one of the greatest martial artists nowadays, period. Like, crazy stuff. Like, their grappling system, can't talk about it much, insane. Like, you think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty good, you think Seelam, wrestling, you don't have a clue. Can't talk about it much, but you don't have a clue. Their grappling system, because it's a complete system they constructed, amazing. It's the quickest grappling system I've ever seen. And yet again, I've seen and studied Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Seelam, wrestling, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, like Aikido, Hapkido. Like, I know my stuff. I do. But their grappling system is really oriented on still ending the fight as fast as humanly possible, which is, they use stuff I've never seen before, which yet again, I'm surprised. Like, I've studied several locking systems, several grappling, Denmark. Like, I know my stuff. Like, I'm surprised. But yet again, the stuff they're doing is just like, I've not seen before. So that's another example of, like, another good idea for me. Like, if you really take martial arts seriously, you need to do it. You need to DM, you need to go, you need to actually, like, train, pick up, call people. Like, I called the Francis Fong Academy to see if I could come, and they said, yeah. And I emailed them. Like, do whatever it takes, but it's worth it. Like, if you want to be a great martial artist, or great at anything really, but a great martial artist, like, that is it. Because I used to think, yet again, I'll say this and I'll close. I used to think that, oh, I'll be a great martial artist by myself, and some guys think that, but this is not the case. You can get really good by yourself. You can get really good, like, know your stuff, and you could use it in a fight and you could beat people up, yeah. But you're not gonna be great. You can be really good, but you're not gonna be great. The only great martial artists have all had great teachers. That's a hard pill I had to swallow, but when I learned from Francis Fong, I'm sitting here like, bro, I would have never learned. It would have took me 10 years and I would have been past my prime, and I would have never learned this stuff. And so you only learn crazy good techniques and philosophies and ideas from the great teachers. Every great martial artist you can think of had a great teacher, because that teacher is the one that imparts the knowledge so that now the student can continue to grow at a faster rate. Like, that's so important. Another great teacher, and then I'll kind of do this one. I trained with him very briefly. I don't have any authority to talk about non-classical Kung Fu. Like, I don't have any authority to talk about that. And it's very, very brief. I just talked to him online and stuff, but I had the pleasure to talk to and learn a little bit from Sifu Steven Smith. Steven Smith is pretty much Jesse Glover, Bruce Lee's first student. Everybody, I mean, if you've seen this, you probably know who that is. But if you didn't know, Bruce Lee, when he came to the United States, the first friend he made / student is a guy named Jesse Glover. And Jesse was Bruce Lee's best friend and is also a student. Well, Steven Smith was and is Jesse's best friend, you know, after Bruce Lee passed away. And so, you know, rip Jesse. But before Jesse died, Sifu Steven Smith and Jesse had been friends for decades. He was really close. And Sifu Steven Smith is another one of those great martial artists, one of the best in the world. Like, one of the best in the world. Like, I'm so serious. Like, one of the best in the world. And I got to kind of pick his brain on stuff. He was super helpful as well. Like, man, just great teacher, but very helpful. I got to pick his brain on stuff, and just yet again, he was one of the guys where yet again I didn't know you could get that good. Like, I didn't know you could get that good. I didn't know it was possible. So like, it really breaks your limiting beliefs. Like, you don't understand how good you can get. It's incredible. So that is the point of this video. If you're doing martial arts, or really any hobby, but specifically martial arts, you want to get really good. If you want to be great, one of the greats, you need to train under a great teacher. You need to train under a great to be a great. This is how it is. Bruce Lee had Ip Man. Like, that's just how it is. Wang Chun Lung, and like, that's just how it is, because it fast tracks your progress. That way, you're not 80 years old and now you're really good now, but it's like you're 80. That's one thing when I did martial arts and I like want to be really good. When I first started, I was like, dang, I know I can get good at this. But the problem was like, dang, I don't want to be 80 and be like really good at the top of my game, because I'm 80. Like, that would suck. I want to be young like Bruce, like 30, and be just fast, shredded, and just all my stuff and just powerful. Like, that's the dream of being like young, or 30, kind of young, but at the peak of your game, you know, and just better than everybody else. That's the goal for me. And a great teacher is the only thing that can really do that for you, because or else you'd be just doing it by yourself, and it'll take you 40 years, like, really. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Real quick, if you want to learn more martial arts stuff like this, subscribe. But if you want to actually learn more courses and actual, yet again, I kind of talked about this video, but like stuff that shortcuts your time, I have a lot of good courses in the description of this video. You'll find a link, and it'll pretty much be $10 a month. My deal is that I have a $10 a month plan where you get a ton of courses, hundreds of videos, and unlimited access for all the stuff for only $10 a month. Now, I made it $10 a month for people like me that want to learn all this really good stuff, but they don't have the teacher near them, and that maybe you can't afford to go out and, like I did, and train these teachers. Then I really suggest to go hit the description. You'll find a link to my $10 a month course titled like the Tao Jeet Kune Do. And also I got a self-improvement course in there if you want to level up as well, that I go over. It's a very good course. And without the way, thank you guys. Stay safe. And as always, keep training. Peace. See you next video.